and then Yami Kun. Obia ono anasasi o. Where you scan. Where you scan it yo. Because when you vow, so only Yami Kwapama, Yama Biwaha. Now, who told you that you can eat your tithes in the olden days? Listen, in the olden days, when I was born in Church of Pentecost, in the olden days, in Church of Pentecost, listen, you can't go and fornicate and come and take the Lord's Supper. What do you mean? A certain spirit will carry you and throw you away. But and then your bird your mind, so for bird your mind, elder bird your mind, deaconesses or bird your mind. Only young guys that can power, sorry, or bird your mind, any yami too said it. And then I buy fire ma. Oh, yami fear. Now there are witches everywhere in the house of God. One Wednesday I was ministering, preaching, and a woman was coming here, and the woman stood at the back of the wall, and the Lord told me the woman, she's a witch, and the woman took his witchcraft, then he put it in a stone, so that I won't see it, because his family people know that that woman is a witch. And what the woman does is that any church they carry the woman, they want the man of God to reveal it. They be on Bekobi and on Pessofono and can't say, Mammy, where you before. Now, Mammy, no, sorry, I mean, we need be, you know, no, they are share handkerchief, or they are share boom, or they are too sorry, Dinichi. And today be a more bar, sorry, no, I can't say, Mon come by me, John Swaba, or Bois, no, a pair booby, no, or the bay, you know, into your paw, sorry, just saw Sunday, me. Now I saw you then. So, or better than some, Mammy, bay, you now, they share a boom, no, so the Kofabra, and the power of God carry the woman. So there are people that they like their witchcraft. There are people that they enjoy what they want. Their witchcraft. They enjoy their poverty. They enjoy their single room. They enjoy their hall and a chamber. I can't live in a single room. I can't live in a hall and a chamber. Never. I can't. So these gentlemen have to go to God in prayer, and God said, "Go and sacrifice a bull. Sacrifice it and bring it to me, so that it can wipe the ancestral altars, so that it can wipe the generational altars." Anything you are doing today is going to affect your sons and daughters and your grandsons and daughters. If you follow somebody's husband and they curse you, it will work. If you follow somebody's wife and they curse you, it will work. If you follow somebody's wife and they curse you, it will work. Now, men of God, yes, a man of God, when you go to their meetings, they will charge you. But for you to see a man of God, the money you will pay. So if he doesn't charge you, where is he going to get money to pay TV bills? No, the men of God, you watch them on television. Do you know how much? I was on television. Now, I stopped because the money I needed, I stopped. I'm gathering myself for me to go back to television. It's a lot of money. So they are altars. So the servant of the Lord, ladies and gentlemen, obey the voice of God. Anytime there are altars in your father's house and your mother's house, you need to obey the voice of God. Anytime there are altars in your father's house and your mother's house, if you don't obey the voice of God, ladies and gentlemen, you are a dead man. You are a dead woman. So the Bible said that the servant of the Lord obeyed the voice of God. And then he did a sacrifice. And then the Bible said that he wiped and he shook the foundation of his father's house and of his mother's house. Read it. Judges 6 verse 25.
Judges 6 25. And tear down the altars of Baal.
Did you hear that? Somebody scream and say, and I will bring down the altars of Baal. And I told you for the first service, in every home, there is an idol in that house. And tell me, Mame, so bosuma odi usono. Bosuma wo papa fie so hu busum nidin. Bosuma wo mami fie so hu busum nidin. You have to know the name of the shrine in your father's house. You have to know the name of the shrine in your mother's house. Other than that, you are fighting a loose battle. You have to know the shrine in your husband's to be's house. You have to know the shrine in your wife to be's house. Oba waring so Bosuma a control nebusia or Bema on better so Bosuma a control nebusia and yes, sir, who bet so fucking. Maza, many a bring a meeting on. I'm very proud standing here. The altars. The altars. So the name of the altar is an altar of what? Baal. An altar of Baal. It's Bosuma no ne say Busiani DSC no Bosuma your friend. Bosuma your friend Baal. Baal. And I said that Yanko.
And so Baal no any papa dear. That your father has.
Did you hear that? So the God, that smaller God, belongs to the young man's father.
Yes.
Into papa. You nim Bosuma wakwafa besi fio. O maame, you nim Bosuma wakwafa besi fio. O nana mo, you nim Bosuma wakwafa besi fio. O maame, ni nana, you nim Bosuma wakwafa besi fio. Am I communicating? Yes. And then he said, read it.
And cut down the wooden image that is beside it.
Did you hear that? And cut down the wooden image. Now, when you go to India and other parts of the world, what the God they worship is a clay. Some of them is a tree.
Okay.
A wooden carving that they worship. And that is what most of the people worship in the days of old. So that is what they bow to. That is what they worship. So in every home, whether you like it or yes, whether you are born again, tongue talker, listen, you need to still work on that evil altar that is raised, that is built in that house. So the Baal was a god or a deity that the father went to go and bring. Read it.
Verse 26. And build an altar to the Lord your God on top of this rock.
Did you hear that?
Proper arrangement.
So when you discover the evil altar that is raised, your father invited or your mother invited, after dealing with those altars, the Bible said, I'll do what? And raise an altar of God. You have to raise an altar for God. Do you know what I've done? Do you know what I've done in my generation? You see what I've built here? I've raised an altar for God, a holy altar for God. Every child of God, when you win souls, you are raising an altar for God. So you can't just come to church, Mary, every day, you and your sister. You have to able to invite somebody to church. As you invite somebody to church, or as you win a soul for God, God begin to give you your miracle. Amen. No, if everybody come to church and come with 3 people, come with 4 people, no, we won't go here. And those people you invite, they also invite other people. And those people that they say they will invite, they will also invite that. No, we won't go here. But because of you haven't finished solving your problems, so how can you go? But until the time you win souls, your problems can never be solved. Until the time you witness to somebody, your problems can never be solved. You need to witness to somebody and win a soul. Papa, nipa na wakamfo asafo radia mom wo de usika na ope wedwuma na ope se o bompa se obenya contract no but hear me, if you win a soul for God, every day when you sit in the trotro mo ba mutena trotro mo, some of you sat in trotro, some of you bought maybe Uber, you sat Uber or Yango, you have to minister to the person and bring the person to church. One day they are doing something on my car, and then I didn't have a car, and I ordered Uber. When the guy came to come and drop me at the church, I mentioned the guy's name, and I began to tell the guy, a girl she was dating, and I told them there was a problem today. The guy said, who is this? Are you a spirit? Yes, I'm not a spirit. Because my eyes was open. They are spirit. Don't say, I'm in love. I'm in love. Ube woo? Jimmy. Ube woo? Odo me kuo. Odo, who be who? Now when you ask here, the day you die, your funeral grounds is the day the man will get another lady, or the lady will get another man. So you have to make sure that you tackle those altars. You have to make sure that you handle those demonic altars. So the guy have to, sacrifice so that he can break down the altars in the father's house. He can break down the altars in the mother's house. Are you in Judges chapter 26?
26 I am.
Read the 26.
And build an altar to the Lord your God on top of
Did you
this
hear that?
rock.
So in Judges chapter 25, when the servant of the Lord begin to handle and deal with the altars in the father's house and the mother's house, ladies and gentlemen, in verse 26, the Bible said that he raised an altar, a holy altar. And everybody here, any altars your father built and raised, listen, that is an altar of doom. It's an altar of wickedness. It's an altar of sacrifice. It's an altar of evil. You have to make sure that you bring those altars down. Other than that, it will follow your generations. And any time God is doing something, it will affect third to the fourth generation. So there are things you don't joke with. There are things you have to handle. There are things you have to pull down. There are things you have to fight. There are things. I'm telling you, there are things that is fighting me. And I know. And they are fighting a loose battle.
Yes.
No, they are fighting a loose battle.
In the name of Jesus.
About 2 weeks ago, I came here on Friday. When I came here, somebody was here taking pictures of this place. Somebody was taking pictures of this place. And I told an elderly man, I said, look at them, they are taking pictures. They are taking pictures for this place. And I said, they are fighting a loose battle. Listen, pick your picture. Pick your picture. Somebody have carried your picture to a certain shrine in the western region. Somebody have taken your picture to a certain shrine in Togo. Somebody have taken your picture to a certain shrine in Benin City. But I declare by the resurrection power, let thunder and fire scatter them. Any altars that they have raised against your life, God is coming after those altars. Many years ago, a lady came to this church and he said that God said he should come and marry me. Sorry, I'll sing Yami somewhere worry me. I said, Madam, can't you see I'm married? Or sing Yami send me an worry me. This lady started going to places, visiting altars, shrines. One day he visited a certain shrine, and the shrine told him, take this picture from here. Do you want me to die? I don't know why they have taken your picture. I don't know why they have taken your destiny. I don't know why they have taken your company's name. I don't know why they have taken the company's picture. I don't know why they have taken your son's name, your daughter's name. But let thunder and fire crush them. Another girl was here. Don't say gay or the agenda. Don't say to me no pen. Gay, you me 2 points. Echo cake so baby. Listen, when somebody is in love with you, or if somebody wants you to be destroyed, anything the person with a fetish priest, on the conform the kodae. Conform so on the da. Na me bosuna na kwante so on me da. Me friend me don't know. Me. When the girl is about to die, she called the family members and she told them that they should call me for me to pray for her. She want to confess. And the girl started confessing. Now girl started so can you myself. Baby odemi anenam. Listen, we don't use a juju to take a man. We don't use a juju to take a woman. She was raising a certain demonic altar. A certain demonic altar that tomorrow, it will fight against a generation. So it's dangerous. Any young lady here that you have a son or you have a daughter, I have 3 children. Do you still love me? If you love me, fine. If you don't love me, go to hell. Undomia, go woo. Daddy, pray for me. Pray for on door, on peono. Tina baby. Who did you suffer with you? You be do sick, suffer no pobe, obesan to what the amount. Tina baby. Listen, any man that say you love tina baby, and I make catch it up.